Yo, what's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good? Shout out Tupac, man. Big up the West Coast. Yo, Ty Butler, we in the house, man. We're going for the next half hour or so just to bridge the gap between now and the start of the Western Conference Finals. I'm hype, y'all. This series is one that we had been previewing essentially for the last 5 months when we saw that this was a collision course between the two best teams in the Western Conference. So we're finally here, baby. Wemby a chance to take that crown. Who's the best player in the NBA right now? Is it SGA, who just won his second MVP? Is it Nikola Jokic, who continues to dominate, hasn't had the playoff success since 2023? Who's the best player in the NBA? Well, the answer to that, we might be a couple rounds away from having a definitive one, and that is Wemby. Because if he somehow finds a way to do what, at least at the beginning of the season, felt unthinkable, and that is as a 22-year-old, take this young group that, hasn't been to the playoffs and finds a way to get them past Minnesota, past Oklahoma City, the defending champs, and then whoever comes out the East to win a championship, and to continue that, culture of success and winning in San Antonio, he becomes the face of the league, and I think he becomes the best player in the NBA. So a lot at stake here. I'm trying to get my boy Edward McFarland. Shout out Houston, man. Shout out Houston. We go way back. Syracuse days. We went to Syracuse for our master's program. So we've been meaning to make this thing happen. And I'm trying to get him on. He does a podcast himself. Want to promote the podcast. Excuse me. So I'm just waiting to see if he can hop on here. Respect the Game podcast. Tremendous job my man Edward does. So we're trying to get him on the show. Looks like he might be having some tech issues. But anyway, so not only do we have the Western Conference Finals starting tonight, we, of course, after a 9-day layoff, get the Knicks back in action. I'm excited to be in the Garden tomorrow for game one between the New York Knicks and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And one of my biggest takeaways, just before we get to it, is you remember that series a couple years ago, Cavs versus the Knicks? And it felt like we might get that more often, except here came Boston, and then there was Indiana. Cleveland just hasn't been able to get past round two. So with Donovan Mitchell getting to his first conference finals, we get a rematch from a couple years ago. And these two players are synonymous with one another because, remember, the Knicks were involved in the Donovan Mitchell sweepstakes. They decided not to pull the trigger. And instead, they've got Brunson, who has now become a superstar. The Cavs now have their superstar, and it's all systems go. My man Emax Stats, he joins us.
Hey,
Baby, it's been a minute. You got the Astros hat on. Come on now, don't disrespect.
hey! If I had a fresh cut, I would have came on here like what I'm saying, showing off the ways. But I ain't got no cut. But even if I didn't have the hat on, you see, I got the old school Astros hat back there,
So you,
and and a couple of oh, and a couple of Texans. So I mean, it was gonna be Houston either way, dog. It was gonna be Houston either way, dog.
the only reason why I'm disappointed is because I was expecting to see a sign. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, because that's the Astros mantra.
Hey, and I what they say during the election,
I endorse that message.
I
I
endorse
endorse
that.
Yo, what's up, bro?
You
How you
ain't trying.
how you feeling, man? What's going on?
I'm feeling good, my brother. I'm glad we got to do this. Look, I gotta run to work once we get done, but I had to make sure we at least started getting some reps in because I hope this is the first of
A
a few
minute.
down. Yeah, the first a minute down the
Oh, yeah.
road. So we had to start getting some reps eventually with this, man.
Hell
How you
yeah.
how,
Hell
how
yeah.
you how you feeling, dog?
I'm good, man. So, wait, you got to work during the game tonight?
Yeah, bro. When I text you a couple of times, or like last time I text you during the show, I think you was doing like a post game streaming or after the Knicks. Like I was listening to you while I was at work. So I normally, if I'm lucky, I normally make it back home like during halftime. So like I catch like the second half if I'm lucky.
Word. I,
Prayerfully, it's no blowout, so I actually got something to watch in the second half.
all right, so how about we start the Western Conference Finals?
Okay,
Listen,
okay.
obviously the right pick would be Oklahoma City, defending champions, 8-0,
Mm-hmm.
SGA back-to-back MVPs. I went Spurs in 7. So I'm going out on a limb here. I'm going Spurs in 7. Now maybe that's a little bit of me like trying to will it to happen because I do want to see San Antonio with this 22-year-old phenom get to the finals, bunch of young cats, Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, Vassell, Keldon Johnson. Like that's a fun team. And so I
For
think the
sure.
Knicks Spurs matchup would be fascinating, circa 1999. But how do you see this series going down?
I think that I got OKC in 6. Question: do you want to see the Spurs win because you're tired of OKC like most NBA fans?
Yo, all right. So a couple things. One, my pops Jamel, he's a diehard Spurs fan.
For sure.
I'm,
Shout out
I'm
Mr.
rooting for
Jamil
him.
for sure.
All right. So the second thing is this, and I actually think you and I will relate here. I
Okay.
am not ready for some of the historical context takes that will happen if SGA wins this second title. Because I saw, and I already saw like a glimpse of it today.
Yeah,
Um,
the post of players that SGA has more MVPs than.
Not just that, but one of the dudes I follow, Josh Eberly, he does a great job on NBA Twitter. He's like, if S, so I think the question was just right now, right? Like, just fast forward to the end of SGA's career.
Mhm.
Who do you think is the best player he surpasses? In other words, like how high does he get up on the pantheon? And I saw a bunch of people in his mention saying Kobe, and I'm just like,
we can't,
I ain't trying to hear that, man.
yeah, we can't take the Kobe disrespect. Now, if we playing devil's advocate, right? If we playing devil's advocate, I think the comparison to Kobe, what people would try to do would be to strip Kobe of his three finals with Shaq and say, hey, how does Kobe measure up to Shea mano a mano on his own without Shaq? And then that's what you would have the blasphemous Kobe disrespect. Oh, he's got more MVPs than Kobe, so on and so forth, and like all of that nonsense.
Yeah, but Kobe should have won more MVPs.
I
Nash
mean,
robbed
true.
him.
Like, yeah, like Nash robbed him. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, NBA was a political move with Kobe, what Kobe had going on at the time. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you could use that as like, hey, Steve Nash got 2 MVPs. Does that make him better than Kobe? I mean, you could use that
Exactly.
for the Shea argument, right?
I'm not
But
ready for that.
I mean, I'm not ready for it either, dog. But me personally, I'm a fan of Shea. I was arguing with my brother, and he personally does not like Shea because he feels like Shea can't stand on his own too without like getting the favor of the referees blowing the whistle. And me personally, it's just like whether you hate it or you like it, it's just a part of the game, bro. Like it is what it is. It's like being able to manipulate the refs. Like again, if you hate it or love it, it's a skill at this point in the what we at now in the league.
But I just, to an extent, right? Like everyone can like exaggerate and embellish a call. You hooped, like we both hooped. Like we can
Yeah,
attest to that at a lower level. Obviously not the NBA, but that dude takes it to levels we've never seen before, bro. Like you'll see some of the snapshots that go viral, and it's like, fam, you didn't even get touched. and
Mm-hmm.
you look like you got shot. It's crazy. So look, great player. I don't want to take away from him. I don't want to
Yeah.
make this like an indictment of Shea. He is on a tremendous run. If he does win the finals this year, we know he'll be the MVP. So he'll be one of three, and this is like insane. One of three players in NBA history, back-to-back regular season MVPs, back-to-back championships, back-to-back finals MVPs. It's him, MJ, and LeBron. So anytime you're
Yeah.
in that elite company,
Yeah.
like we got to give you your respect. Um, I, so really, it is a little bit of the Kobe stuff, but it's also I just like the Spurs, man, and I think it will be fun.
I would say this, talking about our pops because I'm adopted, Mr. Jamel. I could
Yeah,
see
he
him
in here.
texting, "Hey, let's go. What's going
We just
on?"
talked about it.
so Mr. Jamel, I could see him texting you, Ty, about how infuriated he is that Stephon Castle is in foul trouble having to guard Shea. And I think there's going to be a lot of San Antonio fans who are going to be absolutely livid with Stephon Castle not really being able to play his full game because he's
Yeah.
constantly in foul trouble trying to chase SGA around. I'll say this: I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of challenge calls by the Spurs, a lot of challenge foul calls by the Spurs.
How about we let them play? Like it's the Western Conference Finals. Let them play. Let them hoop. And if it's egregious, sure, like you got to call certain fouls. But
Yeah,
if the yo, we have been, and I talked about this in my open. We have been previewing this exact series for 5 months. With all due respect to your Rockets, and with all due respect to my Lakers, we kind of knew this was what
yeah.
we were going to end up with. So the story should be number one seed versus number two. The story should be SGA's ascension versus Wemby's arrival and announcement of that. The story should be two great organizations. The story should not be officiated. So I'm gonna be really upset if we somehow tomorrow morning we're talking about foul trouble or what's today? Wednesday morning, Thursday morning. Like the story of the first two games is about officiating. Let these dudes hoop, man. It's a great series, and I want to see it go 6 and 7 games.
Yeah, man. I think it's gonna rest in SGA and OKC's hands. I think whoever could prove to be the most aggressive in this series, I think may get that whistle. I mean, you hear that a lot, but in terms of just like favoring of the whistle, who's going to be able to attack the rim? Or the Spurs, I mean, or is OKC going to be able to get a whistle if Wemby is playing lights out, defending the paint, and they really have to settle for jump shots? Could we see that? Could we see his defense go to another astronomical level? So yeah,
As long
but I
as,
do. Go ahead,
as,
my bad.
as long as he avoids elbowing guys in the head, I think he'll be fine.
Him and Chet are gonna get text this series. That's another
Oh, they
prediction.
don't like each other.
Yeah, they do not like each other for whatever the reason may be. I think it goes back to when they Team USA versus like France and whatnot back in the day. I think France had beat them for the championship, and like you see the videos of Wemby like crying and mad that they lost, and you just see like there's an extra boost in like their energy, especially Chet, because he
I
could come
love
off
it.
like so like I think we see foul trouble with Chet tonight. Matter of fact, I think Wemby's gonna come out taking that matchup personally. So if you OKC, I wouldn't necessarily bank on Chet having the success he's had the past two series, especially also too. You got Jalen Williams coming back, and I wonder how much that may or may not disrupt the chemistry. I wonder if they bring him off the bench like they did with
Nah, that man
and
scored 40 in Game 5 of the Finals last year. He ain't coming off the
it's
bench.
I mean, no, I mean that's true. And obviously, like it's like he is the second option, but the way they've been rolling, it almost comes off as if they don't need him. And I'm not saying they don't, but I'm just saying that's how great they've been playing. And you could be tricked into being like, damn, do we really need Jalen Williams?
I
Because he
mean,
even
they
go
they
ahead, I'm
just
sorry.
gave they just gave that man $287 million to do a lot of things. None of those things has come off the bench. So he'll be there.
I mean, it's a fair question. How long has he truly been healthy? I seen on his vlogs, his video vlogs that he does, that he was just basically saying, like, as we keep winning games, like the reason
Yeah.
for me to come back is like less and less more cost for me to come back and we sweeping teams, or why do I not?
Now's the time. They didn't need him against the Lakers. I passed to Jamel Tony says the 2 losses in the last series was the best thing that happened to the Spurs. They lost game one on a, a very controversial decision by Mitch Johnson, their head coach. They had a chance after Minnesota missed that shot. They were down. It was either 1 or 2 points. Instead of calling the timeout, they just went for it. And then was it Champagne who got a chance to hit the shot and
Mhm.
they missed it. But they come back, win game two. It's a 2-2 series going into game five. They win games 5 and game 6. And so like they have proven to be it's either them or the Knicks, the second best team in the playoffs. Because Oklahoma City's won, and it's between the Spurs and the Knicks, who the second best team in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think the Spurs are like a well-oiled machine, but I don't think you can cheat the required experience you need to like get to the next level. So I think they have to lose. I think them losing is just a part of the process. OKC had to do it, and I feel that same way with like the Knicks versus Cleveland. Like they ain't been there before. I think the Knicks are extremely hungry, and for the Spurs, I question if we seen this before. I question if like, hey, none of y'all have been this far, this deep in the playoffs. Granted,
Yeah.
y'all are world class athletes, but do y'all burn out at some point because your body isn't used to holding up this long into a season? And I
Yeah,
think that's
one
another
guy.
thing too when you
Only
talk
one
about
guy.
experience.
It's only one guy who has championship pedigree, and it's Harrison Barnes, who doesn't play.
You know what I'm saying? And after that, I believe it's D Fox, who's only been to
Yeah.
the first
7
round.
games. He's
Yeah,
played 7 career playoff games, and it was that first
yeah,
round series against the Warriors a couple years ago, the light the
yeah.
beam Kings.
Yeah, I think OKC, the Spurs are coming, but I think OKC brings them out to the deep end and be like, hey, it's different. Like
So what's
it's
better for the
different.
league then? What's better for the league if you get because we haven't had repeat champs since the Warriors back in 17 and 18. And
Mhm,
everyone talked about how much they love parity. I don't really love parity. I liked Miami going to 4 straight finals. I like Golden
mhm.
State dominating. I
Yeah,
like the
I like
Lakers.
seeing the greats be great.
Yeah, I like that. So what's better for the league if we get OKC, en route to a dynasty, or if like the new face of the league, Wemby, all of a sudden does something that, like, I guess Bill Walton's. I can't remember the last time a young guy took at this point in his career. Like it's his playoff debut. Magic
Was
did it.
Yeah, I was
Magic
gonna say, wasn't yet Magic pretty young or a
Yeah, Magic was
rookie?
a rookie when he won a
Yeah,
championship. But remember, he had Kareem as the best player on the team. Like this
true,
is
true.
Wemby's team. Like we haven't really seen anything like this. So what's better for the league in your opinion? If Wemby does it, or if Oklahoma City goes back to back?
I think it's better for the league if Wemby does it because I think Wemby has already been pushed to be a face and more marketable. So obviously we talking dollars and what's better for the league, like dollar bill, y'all. And so I thought you was gonna say either OKC or the New York Knicks winning it, but I think what's better is like them being able to like dump all their chips into Wemby, especially if he like miraculously wins a championship. They gonna be ready to call him the greatest of all
Huh.
time.
Yeah, I heard Chris Broussard said he has. Chris Broussard was like he has GOAT potential. I'm like, damn, in year
I
two.
Bro, I ain't never heard go potential before. I didn't heard potential, but go potential?
Low
Yikes.
potential in year two, bouncing back, finding their rhythm, made them legit content. I believe in the Spurs. I hear you on Oklahoma City. Like obviously, like everyone's gonna pick them. I'm going Spurs in 7, but no one's gonna be shocked if the Thunder beat them.
No, the Thunder is supposed to win. And I would say this too. I wonder this about game one tonight. Obviously you have a situation where sometimes having all the rest can make you rusty, but sometimes it could benefit because you were rested. Sometimes the team who just got off of a series, they're more so in a rhythm, but sometimes it could, the yin and yang, they could be gassed from the past series. I believe that the Spurs lost game one versus Minnesota because they were still high in the clouds off winning a first playoff series in so long. And I feel like that's something like an immature, inexperienced team does. They don't quickly turn the page. So
Yeah.
coming into tonight versus OKC, knowing they no longer have home court advantage, knowing if you want to win this series, you got to win at home, and obviously the best game to win is game one when you don't have home court. I would really be psyched to see, excited to see if they've already graduated in terms of they no longer are like high and like, oh, we beat Minnesota. I want to see if they have already turned the page and they ready to go head on against OKC.
There's a maturation, right? So I was at Wemby's first MSG game, and you can tell he was a little overwhelmed. His first shot was an air ball. And I was
Ah
like,
man.
yeah, like you could see, like he was like a tourist in and you have experience. A tourist in New York City just looking
Bro,
up. Like that's
you told me
that's how
like,
we
hey
know
bro,
you.
keep your head down. Keep your head down. Look up.
That's how we know you're a tourist. And that was Wimby in his first MSG game. This is a nice little sermon series. Gold potential. The place of exchange. Place of exchange does sermon series. So every month, our pastor Jamel, my pops, he's got like a sermon series he does. So he might have to tap into the
Go
greatest.
potential.
Let's talk about the Eastern Conference Finals before we get out of here. I got the Knicks winning in 5, and the more I think about it, I like it feels a little disrespectful to Cleveland. They're proven to be the second best team in the conference, right? They're in the Eastern Conference Finals for a reason. You've got Donovan Mitchell, who I think is a future Hall of Famer. James Harden, no doubt, future Hall of Famer. Evan Mobley, still early, but he has let's talk about potential, Hall of Fame potential. It's a really good team they have. But I just think the Knicks, based on how dominant they've been, and you talk about like pedigree, they don't have championship pedigree, but they have the experience needed to win this type of a series.
Yeah.
And that crowd, I can't wait to be there tomorrow night. That crowd has been waiting 9 days, bro.
Yeah.
9 days. New York City's different when the Knicks are good. Like everyone's smiling. It's Knicks gear. It's like, yeah, I know the economy stinks, but at least the Knicks might be going to the finals. It's crazy how like it just puts everyone in a good mood. Your thoughts on this series?
Yeah, I'm actually shocked that you giving the Cavs a game.
Really?
Yeah, I really am, bro. I'm really shocked that you're giving them a game. I think coming off, the high of the emotions of a game 7 on the road. Think tomorrow probably a blowout. If again, maybe hopefully 9 days, the Knicks aren't too rusty. But yeah, I find it hard. I find it hard to believe in the Cavs. If we didn't have to have the skepticism of like when James Harden is going to show up, I'd be like, hey, it's hard. It's tough for me to call. But knowing if this series were to go 7, we know who James Harden is in Game
2
7
for 10. 2
with
for
the
10.
sample size, bro. You know what I'm saying? So barring injury, and I'm not sure about the update on Anunoby.
He's gonna play tomorrow. I'm still
Yeah,
skeptical about that though. You play
really.
sports, bro, but just think about it. Okay, here's what I never understood. I never bought the whole he's day to day in the Sixers series because he's got a right hamstring strain. This dude's playing 35 minutes a night, chasing the opposing team's best player, running through screens and doing everything. And you're gonna tell me with his injury history, he's day to day?
Yeah.
And which we then learned. So that series was Friday night, and then Sunday afternoon was games 3 and 4. And they were saying like it was a potential for him to play in those games. He didn't practice fully until this past Friday. So there's no chance in hell he was day to day. So
Yeah.
again, I'm still skeptical because those soft tissue injuries, man, like they just creep back up on you.
Yeah, bro. I mean, if the Knicks are going to shoot 57, what is it, 57, 59, 63, and 54 from the field. I gotta check it, but I feel like that has to be like a record for like most times in a series a team has shot 50% or better from the field. That has to be like a record. And to do it in one playoff stretch. If the Knicks is gonna be shooting like that, I don't even think OKC can stop them if they get to the finals. But I mean, it goes back to experience, like with the Spurs. They don't have that. They've never been here before. They've never been at this altitude. It's hard to breathe up here, so to speak. And I think this would be a grave, catastrophic upset if the Cavs find a way to win this series. And matter of fact, I got some stock in MSG and like the Texas Rangers. So like I'm rooting for them to keep winning. Like drive the stock up. Like
All
we need y'all to
right.
like go to the finals, man. Mess around and win it, man. Like build a stock up for the people, man, who invested in y'all, bro. So yeah, nah, this will be a catastrophic. Like the Knicks. One, obviously, if you can stay healthy, like, don't mess around. Don't give the Cavs not a game. And I was impressed that they won. They beat Atlanta on the road. I thought it was going back to MSG. So to know they can get a game on the road
They
and a
just beat
closeout.
him. They didn't just beat him.
What do you say? What do you say? Drumline spanking that ass, spanking that ass.
Yo, all right. So look, I picked the Knicks in 5. You got the Knicks in 4. So let's just do devil's advocate and let me try to talk you into the Cavs making this a series. Can James Harden get you one game? Just forget 7 games. Can he get you one game?
Absolutely, James Harden at minimum has the ability to
Okay.
get you one game. Yes.
Can Donovan Mitchell, and this is separate from the James Harden game, can Donovan just get you one? Like he goes for 40 and gets you one.
I think the head. I know it sounds crazy because head of the snake is mostly wrapped around like whose team is this, and obviously it's Donovan Mitchell's team, but the head of the snake is James Harden. I could easily, dog, my brother, I could easily see Spider getting you 40
And losing.
and losing because James Harden didn't do what he was supposed, or James Harden do what he's supposed to do, but it's not enough because Evan Mobley didn't show up.
But okay, so let me phrase it like this. Would you be shocked if we got a big time Donovan Mitchell game that won that and the Cavs won? Would that shock you?
No, because I think D Mitch has something to prove coming back to the crib.
Okay. So now we're at 2 wins, right?
Where to?
We
Where to?
also know that we live in an era now where it's 3-point variance. So you can just get a random team to hit 17 threes, and it's just like, yo, there was nothing we can do to stop them. And that's for bad teams. Like even the worst
Yeah,
teams in the league can win a game like that when they just get
yeah,
hot from 3.
yeah. Sam Merrill with 5 for 8 or 5 for 7
Sam
from
Merrill, Dean
three.
Wade,
Yeah,
Max Strus, like you can just see it again. Like the worst teams that happens for.
yeah,
You could
for
have
sure.
given that to like the Blazers. So that's 3 games, and all of a sudden we're in the game 7. Again, I don't think that that's gonna happen, but I feel like if you're a Cavs fan, that's kind of where you need to hang. Donovan get us one game, Harden get us another game, and then a team collective, where we hit a bunch of threes. And now if you in the game 7, as we saw in Boston and in Detroit, anything can happen, right?
Bro, it is something about, and I don't know if it's just this year, bro, but it is something about the road team being more laser focused. And I've heard this from like pro athletes before, specifically with the NBA. Is like being on the road when it's just you and your guys, and you don't have to worry about the crowd. It's like it makes y'all more laser focused. And yeah, like you think Boston gonna close out Philly. Don't
No.
happen. You know what I'm saying? You think the Lakers are gonna close out Houston. It was at game 5. It don't
God,
happen.
yeah.
So it's just like all of it is it's just something about being comfortable at the crib that's like it's a curse for some
And what
reason.
happened to Detroit last night?
Bro, exactly. Yes, bro. It's like wow. And James Harden did what James Harden does. So for that to take place, yeah, bro. It's like almost like a curse to have home court for game 7 this season, it seems like, bro.
All right, so last couple things I want to hit you with. Just a quick, who's got the most to gain? And we're talking players, most to gain conference finals. I think it's Wimby. If Wimby wins this series, he is now, to me, odds on favorite next year to be the MVP. And it's now officially his league, like regardless of what happens in the finals. You just took down a team that no one could beat in the last 2 years in the playoffs, and you did it as a 22-year-old. And so I think in this round, like SGA obviously goes to another level, but we already know he's amazing. He's the
Mhm.
MVP. I think Wemby's got the most to gain of any of these 4 teams in the conference finals.
I don't know, bro. Like I haven't
Feel
been
free to disagree. Go ahead.
yeah, nah, like I haven't been alive long enough to experience any, maybe outside of like the New York Liberty, the WNBA, to experience like New York championships. But like I feel like you talk about the most of game, sort of how Wemby will be champion, I believe, just for solely beating OKC. I think Jalen Brunson, even though it's highly expected for them to win, will be highly championed just for getting y'all to or getting New York to the finals. I feel like it may be equal in terms of just like them trying to put the palm, like put the world in the palm of their hands. Obviously, Wemby is because he's the league and he's more marketable. That's better for the league. So I understand that, but I say most of the game because Wemby still has a long career ahead of him.
We
I don't
think.
believe
We
Bronson.
think.
We like to believe. We like to
I
believe.
mean, he's a 7-footer, bro. Like you just never know
Yeah.
with those cats.
Yeah, and so I think the most the game, I think the window, I'm not saying it's like damn near closed, but I'm saying the window is a lot smaller for Brunson than it is for Wemby, assuming Wemby has a lot of career ahead of him.
So I guess that my retort would be what you just said. Like one's a heavy dog, and that's Wimby. I think this Oklahoma City's like -235, and the
Yeah.
Knicks a heavy favorite. So it's almost, which brings us to our most to lose, and that's my answer is Jalen Brunson, because like fairly or unfairly, like when you are a superstar and you get to this level where you're the heavy favorite, you're at home, you got the better team, and you don't cash in, you're gonna get ripped. And also, it gives Becky Hammond bring back her tape of her saying the Knicks need a dude. They don't have a dude. They need a 1A because Brunson can't be the best player on a championship team. So if that's the case and he gets bounced in the conference finals again, it's only going to give more ammunition for the people who don't think he's a 1A.
Yeah, bro. If Brunson doesn't find a way to win this series, and we can argue, and I don't even feel like it's an argument, has had the easiest road to the finals, always being in the East. That's a given. But you go
Yeah.
up against an inexperienced Atlanta Hawks team, you go up against an injured, hobbled Philadelphia team. Now you're going up against another inexperienced team in terms of like knowing what it's like to be one series away from the NBA Finals, even though they had a talent in the Cavs. Like it's no excuses bar injury. And even if Ananobi like is in and out of the lineup, Brunson, you have had no problem before trying to average 35, 37, 40 in a series. Don't switch up now. Don't switch up now. Go get 40 if that's what it takes for y'all to get to the finals.
All right, so you've got Knicks in 4. You've got OKC in 6. You said.
Yeah, give me OKC and 6.
All right, last question for you. Who would you rather be over the next 5 years, Oklahoma City or San Antonio?
That's a great question. Like, what franchise would I want to be a part of the next 5 years? I forget how old Shea is, but I'm gonna say OKC.
So SGA is 27 years old. So I mean,
20.
he still has like 7 to 8 more years of his prime left.
Yeah, I'm gonna go OKC. I'm gonna go OKC the next 5 years.
Because the case for Oklahoma City is already champions, arguably the best player in the league, and now they still have all these picks and assets. Like because the Clippers, that Paul George trade just is the gift that keeps on giving. They got all these
Literally.
assets. They got all these assets. Shout out, my man Ray said, "Give me OKC." Not gonna lie, I like that. He's showing love. Appreciate you, Ray.
Yeah, I would go OKC, and not just to like be a bandwagoner, but I would go OKC because there's already proof of concept that we know how to do this, and we've been doing this. The Spurs, while they are great at getting the picks, developing the talent, acquiring players through free agency, we like there's no proof of concept since the Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Ginobili era. So it's just like, wow, there is a lot of we didn't see a lot of teams make great runs in the playoffs, and then the next year we like, damn, what happened to
How many
you?
of those teams that had their best player have GOAT potential?
I mean, depending on the organization you ask, I'm pretty sure the Pacers they probably feel like, hey man, Halliburton got go potential. I'm a Dame guy. Dame is my guy. I mean, go to the conference finals against the Warriors and like we
Got
ain't been
swept.
back. Yeah, I'm saying so. It's just like a lot of people get there. There's no guarantee that you're gonna get back. So that's why I say like, and I'm okay with. I'm not. I'm I is Wemby great? Is he a great player? Great talent? Yes, but I hate the Wemby praise because it irks me that how picky we as fans are in terms of like I come up in the Kobe era where like you didn't get crowned and praised till you actually
You
made it to
won,
the mountaintop. And in this day and age, they trying to crown Wemby before
but
he's
I
even
think
accomplished
yeah,
anything.
but I think part of that though is like they don't have a post KD, Steph, LeBron plan. And so like we saw after MJ retired, it's like the league's in trouble. But then you had like Kobe and Shaq. Like
Mhm.
after Magic and Bird, the league's in trouble. It's like, oh no, here's MJ. So because there was like no real handoff, and I blame John Morant and Zion for this because we keep talking about like all the MVPs are international players.
Mhm.
Like what's going wrong? Like is the Americans are they washed? And it's like no, John Morant and Zion were supposed to be the next up and coming players, and
Yeah.
they for all types of various issues that don't just include injuries, those dudes just didn't pan out.
Yeah, Giant been good, since he said he good in the West. So, so I mean, like the lie detector would determine that was a lie. So, yeah, I mean, Zion is like, he's an unfortunate case in terms of like somebody who had GOAT potential.
Yeah, he's just a little too horny out there, you know?
You know what I'm saying?
He
Yeah,
had horny potential. That he had more horny potential than open potential. The case, real quick, the case for San Antonio wanting to be them over the next half decade is OKC's got all these young guys they got to pay, right? SGA's got the supermax, J Dub's got the supermax, Chet's got to get paid. You've got Caruso. So all these guys that when you say a team is 10 deep, at some point you can't stay 10 deep, especially with the rules and regulations of the CBA.
if you let me cut you off, Ty, that you're making a point in terms of like, hey, you got to pay these guys, but somebody we have not mentioned, and I don't have a daughter yet. If God gives me one, great, and if He does, I would have no problem allowing Sam Presti to pick the husband for my daughter because that dude knows how to
You
pick.
know what I'm
So
saying?
even if we do got to pay these guys off or they got to leave to go get paid, the Paul
Keep
George
it
trade,
fancy.
the gift that keeps on giving, we'll
Yeah,
get like we gonna rinse and repeat at OKC.
I feel you. I'm still trying to figure out how the hell they got Jared McCain from Philly. It's just like, bro, like to do like to have Katie Harden and Westbrook. Obviously, they didn't win, but that still was like amazing to have that assortment of talent. And then a decade later, you've got this team. It's
and
crazy.
and like Shea's still young, Williams still young, Chet's still young. I mean, we've seen it, you know what I'm saying, where like guys are able to get like those second, sometimes third, like max deals with like having your core intact and rinse and repeat with these draft picks or acquiring guys from free agency. Like I think Sam Presti again, he got proof of concept. Like as long as Shea is there, he'll find a way to like put the right pieces around him. Like you know what I'm saying. So like obviously guys gonna want to get paid at some point, but who's to say they're not developing a culture to where guys are just like, I like it here. Like if I've been here 5, 6, 7 years, my family's good here. Y'all gonna pay me this. Obviously, I'm a role player at this point, so it's not gonna just go somewhere and end up having a Hall of Fame career. But I mean, and you have to say the same about the Spurs. The Spurs eventually, like you talk about the Fox and Dylan Harper situation. Like, how long are you gonna be able to hold Dylan Harper off? Because hey, he's a dog coming off the bench. Like, do you eventually say it was nice knowing you, D Fox? And so they're gonna
Yeah.
have to pay guys eventually as well too.
You know what they say? Any chance you got to go live in Oklahoma City, you just got to do it. Like that's just you got to go live in OKC.
I didn't know that
Um,
that was a saying.
it's not. No, this was fun, bro. I appreciate you. We'll definitely do this again. I'm hyped for the conference finals. We got two amazing series. I'm looking forward to it. Have a great time at work, bro. And we'll
Nah,
definitely do it soon.
I appreciate it. Look, before I go, I gotta shout out the pod, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Nah, for sure, man. After y'all get through listening to my brother on TV and on the radio, man, come over to the Respect the Game podcast. We're not like the other makeshift podcast that we started like 2 days ago. we've been doing this since the pandemic, man. So we consistent, been going strong. Shout out to my brother Sedacious, my brother Black Peace, my brother Sean Hart, Izzo, man. Yeah, nah, great podcast. podcast, great content. Yeah, allow us to help. Come listen to us so we can help you get through your daily commute and maybe piss you off with a couple of our takes.
Yeah, man. I need an invite on that show. I got some Houston takes I gotta get off. Is it just Houston sports?
No, I mean obviously that's probably like 30, 40, but nah, we dabble all around. We dabble all around the sports or whatever. But I mean, of course, if something happening, if something going on with Houston, obviously, like we gotta talk about it. But it's not. It's talking about Houston. That's not the flagship of the pod. Like we talk about all sports or whatever. So yeah.
What do you think happens first? Durant gets traded, or CJ Stroud remembers how to throw a football forward?
Hey man, CJ Stroud is about to have one of the greatest comeback seasons of all
He
time.
said that last year, though. I thought he said that.
No, Nick Casario, right? I'm gonna give Nick Casario his flowers. I don't know if you can hear me clearly with the hat.
Nah, we can hear you.
Okay. Nick Casario, you got us through the horrific Bill O'Brien era.
Yes.
You got us through the Deshaun Watson era. You want to go make the draft pick and going to go get CJ Stroud. We praise you and we commend you for doing the required work to try to rebuild our offensive line for CJ Stroud. Will those picks and will those moves pay off? We pray they do. And so we're going to trust that Nick Casario did what he had to do to replenish the offensive line. And even at this point, even if it's not like, hopefully it's far better than it was, or even just a little bit better than it was last year. I think CJ Stroud, knowing what he's up against this season, possibly if the offensive line is still like depleted, he's going to adjust accordingly. So I'll be looking at like a lot of rushing yards this season compared to recent years with him knowing he ain't got that much time to try to process where he's going with his with the pass and hurry up and get out of the pocket and scramble to get us a couple yards so we can live to fight another down.
And you also got to get that bag, bro. I don't know if Houston gonna be wanting to pay that man.
Nah, bro, you gotta pay CJ. Like with what's been coming out of the draft, like I wasn't a fan of the draft in terms of like the quarterbacks this year. Obviously, like guys you just be paying guys for the sake of like hoping and praying. But nah, CJ gonna bounce back this year, man. He cut the locks. I guess he's going through a whole like new transformation. So hopefully the fade, you know what I'm saying?
That's the Kendrick Lamar. That's the Kendrick Lamar. What is it? The braids?
Yeah, man. So bro. CJ gonna have a good season. And even as bad as our seasons have been, or as last season was, bro, we were still able to get to the playoffs. Now, hear me on this.
But that was the ugliest playoff win I've ever seen.
It truly was. And this is why Houston fans are happy, right? CJ Stroud played the worst game he could ever play in his career. If he plays any worse than he played against the Patriots, he needs to retire. Because of that, it's only up from last season. It's only up from that Patriots game, bro. That's why we are excited. Like he didn't see the highest of the highs minus the Super Bowl, and he just seen the low of the low with that Patriots performance, bro. A defense is still intact. We got a couple more years to be able to have some of these guys on the roster before they have to max out and go somewhere else. Still a championship defense we got.
Still a good head coach, D'Amico. I love D'Amico.
Still a good head coach, man. We still elite with our wide receiving core. We went to go get Montgomery from the got something to prove. Texans, shout out to my brother-in-law, man. We always harassing each other because he's in the AFC South. He's a Jaguars fan, but the AFC will come back to where it belongs in Houston, bro. We're taking AFC this year. I know I gotta go, but I have to repay the question back. I have to repay the hey mama.
That's my mom's come through.
Mama. I have to ask you, my brother. So I take delight in trolling some of my people that I'm close with. Like I got one of my frat brothers, he's a 49ers guy, so I take delight in trolling him. But to be honest, dog, I be feeling so bad for the Jets. I be like, bro, I'm gonna leave my brother alone. He having a rough day.
Yeah, it's to the point where like, and you know, you follow college sports. Like, can we just hit the transfer portal and just be done with it? Let's be done. Just be done and say, you know what, this situation was not for me. I made the wrong decision. Let me go to an organization that can better appreciate me because this relationship clearly isn't working.
I will say I respect your commitment level because when nephew, he's 8 months now, about to be 9 months. And so when the wife was like, "Oh, what type of baby stuff you want?" Like I was just like, "Hey, drape him out in Texas and Rockets Astros gear. Like other than that, like do what you want." And so I respect your commitment as a Jets fan to every year dress your boys up in Jets gear. I don't know how you do it, dog, but that is a
Yeah.
level of commitment I hope that I don't have to have because the Texans don't get like the Jets, but that's commendable. That's true commitment and true
What you
fandom.
call commendable, a lot of people would call bad parenting. But
Nah, I'm not gonna do you like that, dog.
I think Max Stats. He's on Twitter. He's on Instagram. He's got the podcast. Hit him up. They do a tremendous job over there. Looking forward to checking you guys out. The Respect the Game podcast. We got game one of the conference finals. Yeah, 8 months already. My mom said it flies by, man. Eight
It
months
do. It
already.
does, man. It definitely does. It definitely does. We gotta. I was telling my wife we gotta find some time to come up to New York and kick out New Jersey. I'm not sure where y'all at now, but
My parents are in New Jersey. I'm in New York still.
okay, okay, yeah. Now I was telling her we got to come up north. We had went to Syracuse, maybe like 2 years ago for like a wedding anniversary. And I was just like, oh man, we got to find some time to get up to New York and just like check in with y'all for like a weekend.
Yeah, man. And just don't look up. Don't be out
Nah,
here.
bro, never. You'll never catch me looking up in New York City ever.
All right, let's go watch game one, conference finals, Spurs and the Oklahoma City Thunder. I've got San Antonio in 7. He's got the Thunder in 6. We will recap at some point when we hook back up. Yo, I appreciate you, bro. Have a great rest of your night.
You too, my brother. Love you.
All right, y'all. Ty G Butler, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube channel. Subscribe to the network on TikTok as well. I will be on the radio tomorrow night, ESPN New York, following the Knicks and the Cavs. I'm going to the Garden for the game. Then I'll be on the radio afterwards. I'll be back on the radio after game 2 Thursday night on SNY on TV as well. Back on the radio Saturday afternoon and Sunday and Monday, and then hopefully for game 5, who would that be next Wednesday? So a lot happening, and we'll continue to try to do this show as awesome as possible. Ty G Butler on all your social media platforms. Peace and love.